Right, I've started work on the smokestacks. I primed these on the sprue, and then starting with number one. Now you've got some tubes already moulded into the smokestack, so I'll just cut each off the sprue, and then glued them together, and then wrap some electrical tape round. So when I put them together, I then got my pencil, and on the inside of the smokestack I put one. So I did that one, and then I cut number two off with G3 and G4, put the glue on, taped those together, writ 2 on the inside, and then did the same for 3 and 4. I haven't done any of the ladder or the pipe work yet. But the only problem is, you could, when the camera decides to focus, there's a seam underneath there and on the other side. The trouble is, my little pin files, they won't go underneath there because they're too bloody thick. So what I've had to do is get a little offcut of my sheet plastic, and then my fine sanding paper, my white sanding paper's got like a sticky edge, and then what I'll need to do is just put the tape onto that, and then just go down there, because that's thin enough to go underneath. I've finished the seam work on the smokestacks now. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but if you can see it, you can see that they're looking a hell of a lot better. So this is the actual double tube work front. This is the single tube back. I've just used a bit of blue tack to hold them down so I can give them a better angle. And the seams are looking a hell of a lot better. So here's me makeshift sanding sticks. So like I said, just got some of my sticky back fine sanding paper, put it on my, stuck it to the one side of my sign plastic, and just went underneath like that. And then for those little little holes there that I couldn't get in, I got my normal household sewing needle, the pointed end, and just cut a very thin sheet, very thin piece of the sanding paper, and just stuck it down, and then turning this round one-handed, and then just went down there like that. But now these have been sanded down now, I can actually re-primer around those little areas now. But not looking too bad, not looking too bad at all. Right, I'm going to pre-warn you. I've just cut one of the ladders off the sprue, and there it is. Now, I did use my cutters, admittingly, my nippers, but when you're using your cutters, just be very careful, because the ladder was bending that way as I cut it from this side, and that way as I cut it from that side. But then it wouldn't come off the sprue, so I had to get my Swan Morton knife and very, very carefully just snip off those last tiny pieces of sprue that were holding it on. I got it off, putting that to one side. And like I said, there's the ladder. The only trouble is, you'll have little tiny minuscule pieces of sprue on the side of the ladder. So just very, very carefully, just like chop them off. And then if you remember my little makeshift sanding block that I did on the smokestacks, I just very gently remove those rough edges. So this is now ready to be mounted to smokestack number one. So I just sort of pre-warn you about those ladders. Talk about a squeaky bum moment, I'll tell you that now. Back to the ladder, I wanted to give it some scale. This is a UK 1p piece, and there's your AAA battery. And you can see how tall the ladder is, but you can also see how small it actually is. So like I said, be very, very careful when you cut that ladder off the sprue. Right, I've now put all the detailing bits on all the smokestacks, the ladders, and what I think might be steam or pressure tubing. Right, so I'll start on number one, smokestack number one, because you put the ladder on. What you do on the side of the ladders, there's some little like tiny mounting notches. There's one for each level, so you got 6, one each side. So you just glue the notches onto the little arms that are mounted on the smokestack, and then you got the little flimsy tubes as well. So on the left side on number one you put G13, and on the right side you put G11 and G12. So there's G13 and there's G11 and G12. Now cutting those little steam pipes or whatever they are off the sprue, much like the ladders, very, very intricate cutting indeed, so again be careful. I mounted them on, but on G12 I mounted this side of the pipe on the tubing, but this side, mainly that little L shape there, kept wanting to pop off. So what I did is I laid it on its side, ran the bit more glue on, and then I got my little tiny clothes peg and just slipped that inside and held the L shape on. A couple of hours later it dried and it ain't looking too bad at all. So that's number one done. Going on to 2, 3 and 4, same again with the ladders. You got the little mounting notch onto the actual rectangular piece on the ladder itself. Putting them on was dead easy, to be honest, on all 4 of the smokestacks, because when I ran the glue on, it just slotted into place. I wouldn't say it was a click, but you could feel it mounting on, you could feel it was in the right position. So once the ladders are dried, I then put the little steam pressure tubes on, whatever they are, and you put all 3 of those on the right hand side as it says on the plans. Now there ain't no indentation or anything, there ain't no groove, you just slip them onto the side. And that's what I did, and those went on dead easy. But now the detailing's all done, I can now get these ready for the actual, what I think is going to be White Star buff, once that paint turns up, because I've had to order it in. Going back to the forecastle, stroke, bow and the stern sections, I've spray painted them in the grey primer on the top. I didn't bother doing the underneath. I let that dry, and then once I let that dry I then spray painted on my white, because there's going to be a lot of white detailing on this, so I've decided just to do the whole bloody thing. Some of the white has got inside my little rooms, none as much as I'd hoped, so what I'll probably do is I'll get the 34 matte Umbro white in there with the brush. But generally these ain't looking too bad, so now these are all sprayed, I can now start painting and detailing. Right, I've been doing some work on the forecastle deck. Painted all the sundries, the bits and bobs. So I'll start with the 36378 dark grey. So I painted those there, and these, the side there, the anchor chain mounts, and this little bit of detailing back here, so that's that. I used gunmetal for those 2 there. Now for the cargo bay hatch side walls, so you got the 2 there, and then you got the one just underneath my finger. Basically got some of the Umbro Revel Aquacolor Brown, which is 36185, but it's more like a orangey brown. So I tested on the crane mount here, because that's going to be covered up with a crane once it's ready to be glued in. and I found it was the right colour, so I painted all that and that front wall there over the doors as well. So I just got my Tamiya curve tape and put that on. It's not looking too bad. I've done black for these two here. Now for that deck house there, I wanted to simulate the window, so I just painted some silver in the window holes there. For the anchor, where the mounting thing for the spare anchor, that one's 36374. And for the tip of the forecastle, I used anthracite, which is 36109. The buffers, I've painted those in the gunmetal, and on the top of the buffers I've used Humboldt enamel number 54 metallic copper, or metallic bronze, or whatever it is. So I've just painted that on there. Once all that was done, I then started work on the deck and using Sovereign Hobbies CO1 teak. It's took me 2 coats and it's not looking too bad actually. I'm really quite chuffed on how this teak has gone down. So all I've got to do now is just do the staining of the teak to give it that weathered look.